Hello, hi, it is I, Mince Pie, and today I've got something completely different for you guys. When we were in lockdown, I did want to learn to do my own nails because as much as I am a sneakerhead, I also love getting my nails done, and that lockdown just took that away from me completely. So here I am with a video of me doing my nails for the absolute first time. First time. So, boy, this could have gone left, but hey. Let's just get into it and start with prep. My nails look completely finished. This is because I did test the polish first to see how the UV light works. This is the drill that I bought, basic drill, quite cheap. That's the rotation switch with the on and off right next to it as well. We also have the power for the little dial, and yeah, when the lamp is on, that means we're ready to go. It also came with a little set filled with all I guess the attachments that you need and extra files at the top because these do stand out quite quickly. And I went straight in. So this is where I started to remove my polish. I did clockwise for my left hand, I believe, and anti-clockwise for my right hand. It is the rotation of the attachment on the top, and it just works best for you. However you like it, works that way. As you can see, the small little specks, this is the polish, and obviously all the dust. I would advise using a tissue underneath just so you know it's not too messy. I then go in with my cuticle pusher, so I want to push my cuticles back, and I also want to trim them and go ahead on that cuticle bed. I got my nail file as well ready just to file my nails down because I didn't actually want to use a nail cutter. I just wanted to file it down a little bit. My nails were not that long. And now going with this attachment, and what it really does is it smooths out what I have just pushed back. So I'm smoothing out that area around. It's great to get into the corners and the crevices. So yeah, this attachment is really good, and this is how my nails looked. Beds pushed back, cuticles cut, lovely. Moving on to prep, I do have clear tips. I didn't want to get white tips. I just feel as though if I want to do a nice ombre to clear type of vibe, you know, I got it prepped, you know, it's prepared. They're numbered 0 to 9, 0 being the biggest, 9 being the smallest. So I go off with my glue, and there's a little border in the tips that I got, which I really like because it just places the glue perfectly. And what I do is just squeeze a little bit inside, make sure that it's covered inside that little border, and I just glue it on. It's really hard to show you guys, I'm sorry, because they're clear, so it keeps, you know, merging into the background. I'm sorry if I am out of frame most of the time. Listen, this is hard, okay? This is all practically muscle memory, so it's me remembering when I went to the nail shop, what happened. I actually didn't watch any tutorials, which might have been smart to do, but I've gone to the nail shop so many times, it's like I already know how to do it, in a sense. Not to be cocky, obviously, but you know, I'm just gonna tell the truth, you know what I mean? And that was it applied. Gluing it onto my right hand, I only show this because you would think it would be hard, because obviously I'm right-handed. You would think it would be hard, but it wasn't. It was quite easy. I didn't really have any difficulty. This was the easiest part, if I'm gonna be completely honest. So, I mean, yeah. One note about this glue was doing absolute bits. This nail glue had the best reviews in comparison to those, so that's why I decided to test this first and then shout you guys, you know, let you guys know what I go with, you know what I mean? And that is the tips done, ready to get that acrylic on. But first, what we're gonna do is trim them down. I was gonna go just a little bit shorter than what I had, but considering it is my first time doing acrylics, I said humility, please, because let me just humble myself. This is my first time doing my own acrylics. Let me not just go and do one stripper nail length and then it flops or it breaks and I didn't do the acrylic thick enough. You know, there were so many complications that could potentially happen. I know if they're short, even if I do them too thick and they look a bit too chunky, at least they're going to stay on and not break. You feel me? So that was my thought process on that. I'm just filing them at this point, just trying to get a nice shape. I just wanted it a little bit slimmer to give me that nice coffin shape. I really don't like that name, you know. Why does it have to be called coffin shape? Why couldn't it be called something else? Because God forbid, you know, God forbid. But hey, yeah, that's the name. I'm not prophesying anything. That's just the name of the shape, okay? please. Just wanted to do this for myself, just to give myself a bit more security, because I know when that acrylic goes on, it could easily go left and things will go sliding and drooping everywhere. Let me just start with some security now, you know what I mean? Feel me? You see, I'm saying I tried. Going in with this attachment, I'm just gonna go around the edge of the tip so there's a smooth application in between my actual nail and the acrylic when it's applied on. I've now got everything I need to apply the acrylic powder on. I'm gonna start with this acrylic primer. It is to prevent acrylic burn. Listen, I just know that I've seen my nail tech do this, so definitely I was doing it, you feel me? Gonna go with my acrylic liquid and my acrylic powder. This powder is from TNBL in the color Soft White, and my TNBL powder in the color Your Pink. I also bought this core collection because the nudes are completely sold out on the website, which I think is really cool that they even offer this. It's a tester of all of the 6 colors that you see. I also have my CADS brush in a size 14 with a round head. So I go in my acrylic liquids. This is where it kind of flops, but I go in my liquid, I brush off half. Now, this is what I did wrong. I was supposed to use the other end basically because the other end is more wet. And this one I had to actually search, but not really search. I saw it on TikTok. So yeah, I go in my liquid and then I brush off half, and then on the other side, I'm supposed to pick up the powder with it. It doesn't make sense now, but you're gonna see what I mean. So I brushed off half, yeah, and then do you see I used the wet end? So I don't know how I did it right the second time, but hey ho, you know, hey ho, you know, first time we learn from our mistakes, you feel me? So as you can see, I did actually mention 2 powders because I am doing an ombre type of look, okay? So I'm not actually supposed to bring the acrylic too far down my nail. I'm supposed to leave a bit of space at my cuticle for the nude powder to come in and merge into the white, making that ombre effect. This is the way my nail tech did it. Like, I'm just literally, is muscle memory. This is exactly how they did it. I know there's other ways of doing ombre, but I feel like this is the easiest if I'm going to be completely honest. And yeah, I was just going in with each nail, leaving that space, some more than others, don't judge me. But here we are. You know, it's not bad. You know, it's not a bad start. It's not. Going in on my right hand, I can't lie, was a bit of a task. And I only showed this because, listen, it was a struggle. I can't even lie to you, it really was. But I tried. And at a point, I was moving out of camera so much. I said, no, this needs to be up in my face. So that's why you didn't see the rest of it. But these are the nails so far. Yes, they look terrible. But we're getting there, okay? Just wait on me, I swear. I'm gonna go ahead with this attachment, which is like practically the file. I'm going to just practically break down the acrylic so much because at a point I was looking at, oh, this is a bit thicky, it's a bit thick. It's just this type of lumpy consistency that was on a couple of them, which isn't bad, you know, it's not the end of the world, but something had to happen, you know what I mean? I had to do something. As well as doing this, I also worked on the shape, so I just would press the drill on the side of the nail just so that coffin shape can still come back. I don't want it to get lost within the acrylic or within the lump that I had put on my nail at that time, hence why I was just using it to also define my shape too. My nail tech's never done this for obvious reasons, but hey, we're still on application, so don't go anywhere. Using my brush, I'm just gonna dust off any excess acrylic powder and stuff. This is the thing with doing your acrylics, there's a lot of dust everywhere. So definitely this brush was ideal for picking everything up rather than me using my hands because that was just not effective at a point. So yeah. These are the nails that have been shaped. They don't look that bad, do they? You know, it could have been worse, you feel me? So now we're gonna go in with our Cover Peach acrylic powder. I wanted to go ahead and try the nudes because it's like, you know, I might as well try, because if one of them comes back in stock, you know, then I know what to get. I started off with this color, and I tell you, as soon as I put it on, it wasn't even going on. And I said, okay, I've done something wrong, first of all. Then I saw this color and I said, whoa, okay, this is a little bit bright. I said, nope, come right off. So I definitely had to just reevaluate life and look for another acrylic. I went with soft cover acrylic instead. And when I did actually go in with it, I did get a wet bead quite quickly. I'm sure they're called beads, yeah, so no tech. I just went in with the nail starting at the bed, so the cuticle. And I'm sorry that I'm covering up. I'm sorry about my big ass head, but I'm telling you, this was hard to do on camera as well as for myself. But do you see, like, I started with the acrylic at the bottom and I kind of just brushed it in and brushed it up and really try and create that ombre look. I didn't just do it once, I just kept on doing it, and also shaping the bottom to make sure that it doesn't lump over into my cuticles and I still look like I have fingers, you feel me? Like they don't look like just bad press-on nails. And that was the first nail. And I looked at it and I said, that don't look bad, you know? I said, that don't look bad. So I went in with the rest of my fingers, you know, why not? Why not? I then decided to go with my Cover Pink acrylic powder, which is also from that Core Collection, I guess, test kit. I did decide to go with this acrylic because I just felt that the previous one was just a bit too light for me. Like, I'm dark skinned, you know, I'm black. So, no discrimination, of course, but the nude for a black person is not going to be the same nude for a white person, you know what I mean? And this might work out really well on a white person, but for me, I need something that's got maybe more brown tones. But do you see the difference? I wasn't sure what to go with after that, so I did just go with the darker shade. It just looked a little bit better in my opinion. Looking back, both of them looked good. It's up to you, you know, when you're doing your acrylics, how you want to do that and how you want to go about that. But I did the same thing that I did with my first finger. I start off at the bottom, build up the acrylic and continue to brush upwards. You're gonna have a lot of times where, well, I mean, you might not in it, you might be a pro, but I had a lot of times where I tried to pick up acrylic, but it wouldn't get wet. So it's not wet enough and it's completely dry. And then like that, I have to brush it off and I have to start again. It was really frustrating, like really frustrating. And I don't know if that's because I didn't have enough acrylic left in my little tiny pot right there. But definitely I would say don't get frustrated if you're doing your nails and this happens, because it happens, you know what I mean? I went in with my right hand and funny enough, it wasn't as hard as it could have been, but it was hard. If you get it, like, because even look how I'm holding the brush, please, I was uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, but I tried to make it work, you know what I mean? I tried to do something. Here we have it. Look at that. Application's not bad. Don't mind my crusty ass hands, okay? So I went in with my drill again. Now this is the official reshape. So if I did one acrylic color, this would just be the next step straight away. But my extra ass wanted to do ombre. So here we are. I'm just reshaping and making sure the area is smooth, it's not lumpy. And also there were parts of the acrylic that were like falling past my cuticles. So I had to just make sure that you know, that wasn't happening and that I could, you know, fix it, which I could. But here I am. A lot of people might look at this and be like, this is the absolute wrong technique. Why is she doing it up and down? Listen, it worked for me, okay? Like the whole back and forth of my nail, it's hard to control the drill at first. Like I was very nervous, which is why I did my fingers and my toe. Look at me, look. This is bush behavior, because why am I using the drill like this? But that was the easiest thing to do. And I went in with, this is like a buffing attachment to the nail drill. So I just went in with that on the edges and also over the whole nail, just to get a smooth surface on the nail itself. and I came back to this attachment that I did use in the beginning of this video, just to make sure there's a smooth transition in between the bottom of the nail to the top. I don't want it to look like a lump, or I've just gone to go and stick blue tack on my nail and passed it off as acrylics. No, we want that to be smooth, we want that to be leveled. So I went in with this one, and also went in with this attachment on the inside of my nail, because listen, I'm telling you, when I mean I'm a beginner, it was lumpy inside my nails. Like, I don't even understand how acrylic got to some of those places, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have no idea. With File and Buff, I did use one of the nail files that came with one of the kits. I can't remember which one, but I'm going to link everything below, of course. But I used one of those nail files, and I can't lie, after these acrylics, the nail file died. It was over. Like, it's cheap. Like, that's all I can say. But I'm gonna link the new nail files that I'm going to buy that are advised apparently for acrylics. Is a tougher grit, so as long as it can handle acrylics, I am good, I'm cushy. I would definitely recommend buying the ones I link below, or maybe researching yourself and looking for a nail file that works for you. For my buffing, I can't lie, I just used any smooth side for the top of my nail and a rough side for the back and the top of my nail, just to remove any extra, nonsense. So I washed my hands and came back. Once again, that's what happens in the nail shop. They tell you to go wash your hands. So I went to go wash my hands. I bought this little UV light online. Yeah, it was the cheapest, so that's why I bought it. It had really good reviews though, so definitely something I think is worth it. So I started the cure. With my base coat, I'm just going in on top of my nails. I used the light first. It's like a starter, like to warm it up, I think. Well, that's what the instructions told me to do, so hey, I did it. And then I hold it down and go in for 60 seconds underneath the light. And obviously I had to go in separately with my thumb, because it is not a UV light for my whole hand, but someone can gift me if you like. I didn't want to bore you guys and just be applying varnish, so I went ahead and did my top coat, and using this cuticle oil, I went around my cuticles, and look at that. Oh my gosh, looking back, I did my thing. I did an alright job for my first time, my first try. Like, they don't look too thick, they might look a little bit stubby, they might look a bit uneven, some colors might be different, mind your business, but hey ho, here we are. And I think that it was a great journey. It was fun. If this inspires you to buy your own kit, your own nail kit, to start your own acrylics, let me know. But as I always say, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all them things there, and I will see you in my next video. Stay blessed, stay sweet, and stay safe, guys.